You might have noticed about a week ago when I was camping up at Norville Park, I did a review video on a fire pit surround. And I spoke briefly about the fire pits. Going back to how the old days, how they used to cook when they're using fire and charcoal. It's sort of coming back to that. The use of charcoal has really come back into everyday Australian cooking, I feel. Particularly for us campers, because we can get away with carrying relatively lightweight gear and using accessories that have a dual purpose. So you can cook, for example, that fire pit that I briefly showed you. You can cook your roast on there by using what we call an Oz pit. It's like a little rotary rotisserie or something. I'm not sure how you pronounce the same, whether that's correct, but you know what I mean, the things that turn around. Again, it's portable. It runs on a couple of D-size batteries. I'm going to bring that out in the next week or so as well and show you a bit more about that as well. It's an Australian product. But today we're talking about fire pits. Now they've got a dual purpose. You can sit around them in the fire, and some of them have got another very important purpose, that they actually sit off the ground, so the fire is elevated. If you want to have a fire, you have to, they'll only allow you to have a fire if you've got one of these elevated fire pits. Drifta Stockton's a new product range that's been introduced by Drifta. With these products I'm showing you now, they could never be manufactured in Australia again, unfortunately. And if they could, the prices were just going to put them out the market. So yeah, it is from out of China. Some stuff here we just cannot make here anymore. But it gave them an opportunity to do some upgrades, some updates to it, which is, I think, has improved this type of fire pit. And I'm going to show you a few of the updates. So when you get them, now I only just got this late yesterday afternoon, but it arrives in this sturdy box. So now this one here, this is a large. So there's two sizes. There's a smaller one and there's a large one. Now the large one includes the base stand, base plate, fire pit, grill bridge, grill net and fire pit bag. Now I believe the medium one, I don't believe it includes the base stand, but there's a couple of stands underneath that I mentioned before in regards to caravan parks. Not just caravan parks, anywhere, even in your back of your home, on your patio, even on a timber deck. If you're very cautious, you can use this on a timber deck because of that base stand. I want to show you what I was using. This is a Uniflame fire pit, and we'll just set it up quickly and I'll show you. So it's got the grill. Okay, you can see it's got the grill. Now, if you take notice, this grill, I'll just move up to the camera here. All right. It's probably going to have me overexposed a bit, but that's okay. Main thing is I just want you to have a good look at that grill. Now, if you take notice of this grill, see all the crisscross on it and vice versa. That crisscross and vice versa, we found makes it very difficult to keep this clean, to clean this. Very difficult. So for that reason, I don't use this a lot for grilling because it's a pain to clean. So, I mean, it's got advantage, it's portable, it's lightweight, but as you can see, it's very small. So as long as you keep the fire really small, you've got no problems with burning the grass. So this is the Drifta Stockton Firepit. So everything's included in here. So as you can see, it's quite thin. All right. So you could just slide it up the side here, even on this side here where I've got my solar panels now. I could easily slide it up there, or I've got room up here. So I can carry this around with me and it won't take up a lot of room. Now yeah, it is heavier than the other one, but I think it's worth it for the extra features in it and how quick this thing is to set up. So it includes the bag. So let's just open her up now. And let's just get the main component out. So what you see here, as you can see, very clever design. So how does this turn into a fire pit? Check this out. That's it. Now it folds all the way. So as you can see, just folds flat. How cool is that? So what else is included? This is the base plate. So the base plate's got these clips in it, so it's easier to set up. Now the original Snow Peak ones didn't have these clips included. They actually had like a little extra. You can see there's got like a groove on here. The Snow Peak ones had an extra one, slight groove, where the base of the leg just slightly sits into. Now it worked, yes it worked, but a lot of people got confused. And when I noticed of late, particularly when they first released and people purchased for the first time and they set them up, the majority of the people never set them up correctly. So they were a little bit confusing. So Drifta Stockton has changed the design to include these clips. And I think it's a good idea. I think it's safer. But the beauty is this, I think it makes it foolproof. It's very easy to set up. So this will be the base stand. So that was the base plate. This is the base stand. So this is what I was talking about before in regards to getting it up a bit higher off the ground. Now if you purchase the medium version of this particular fire pit, the Drifta Stockton Firepit, you'll have to check. I'm not 100% sure if it includes this base stand. So, and it's simple to set up. Now you'll notice you want it that way. So the narrowest, the one with the little hook just there, that sits on the top. Because that sits in the groove that's on that base plate. It locks it in place. And this, you can see that's cut like halfway. That just sits there like so. Now you'll notice there's a couple of holes here. The idea of the holes, if you want to pick it up and move it, you can pick it up like so. Because if you grab it here, this whole thing will just lift it up. So that's the purpose of that design there. And now we've got the grill. Now this one is I really want to show you. I think a lot of you out there that's got the Snow Peak version of the fire pit is going to love this grill. So this is the part of the grill holder that sits on the top of the fire pit. So these, if you look here, they've got these little lugs here. These are actually adjustable. You can adjust the height of these so you can have it down low or you can have it up higher. But this is what I want to show you. I think this is a vast improvement. Now the Snow Peak version has a metal. Okay, it's not stainless steel. This here is food grade stainless steel. Okay, so you're going to have less problems with rust on this. And another thing you notice, the way it's made, see how it's mainly got, so it hasn't got the every centimetre, it hasn't got the crossbars. Okay, it's only got the two just for support. Okay, that's just the support to keep its strength. That's going to make it a lot easier to clean than the ones that are crisscross, because you've got to go into the corners and so on. Yeah, this one you still got to go in the corners, but you only got the two bars, not like 20 bars across, whatever. For example, like the other one I showed you, and the reason why I won't use that. So that's what's included in the large kit. So you get quite a fair bit in that kit. And they're all standard. Okay, they're all standard. Now there are a few accessories you can get. The Drifta Stockton Charcoal Starter. So it comes with the bag. Now of course Drifta makes quality canvas bags. So if you want to change the bags, and I'm sure Luke from Drifta will come out with some additional updated bags just for these. Now actually he's got that much in a range of bags. I'm sure you'll find something that matches it very close. So it folds out like so. It's got the handles. What I love about this is the size of the handles, and then it's got a grate that just folds down. It's got two hooks there, the hooks on. So what this does, this here, it helps, device that helps you start your charcoal. So you can do a lot of charcoal cooking with this, and that's what I'm going to use it for. I'm going to use it for not just for the fire to sit around to keep warm. I'm going to use it for cooking as well. So a lot of my cooking will be done on this, not just when I'm camping, but here in the backyard as well. Because I've got that base plate and it's sitting up off the ground, I can safely sit that in my back patio out here under cover, and if it's raining I can still safely cook in there. So, but you need an easy way to get the charcoal to light up. So basically you put your charcoal in the top here, and at the bottom here you'll just set like a fire starter, fire lighter, and just light that up, set the charcoal up, and about 10-15 minutes later the charcoal's all lit. You just pour it in, put the grill on and start cooking. So I want to show you the difference. This has been a popular one around. It's made from Uniflame, and it's the charcoal fire starter as well. And these have been very difficult to get, and I've owned this for a couple of years. So similar principle, it's got the grate down there that drops down. Now the grate itself by the bottom, it looks like it's actually made out of metal because it's quite rusty. This one's definitely significantly larger. So you'll get more coals than this one. This one at times I've had to fill it up a couple of times to get enough coals for some of the cooks that I've done. This one here you'll have no problems. I like the fact that it's got more room here. This one here, if you look at the Uniflame one, you see how low that is? And I found that's an issue. You had to use really small fire starters to get it going, and then you set it on and then it'll be somewhat wobbly, so you have to be very careful where you put it. Whereas this one here, we're not going to have that problem. So it's got a little chute down here where you can slide in the fire starter. So yeah, I like the looks of this one. I can't wait to put it in action. The first thing we do when we set these up is we set up these plates, your base plate. Okay, so that sits like so. Find your location. Now you can see what I mean, how it lifts that off the ground. And then we grab the base plate and we sit that like so, so that your base plate sits in those grooves. And then we grab your fire pit itself and they sit on there like so. I'll just go down, lock down these other two. Like I said, you don't have to do it, but it's a feature there, it's included, so you might as well. So we grab the grill and we fit this like so. Now, in regards to the grill, you remember I mentioned that you can actually adjust the height of this, and to do that, it's got these little lugs that's come out. Now you just move it like so. So these are the positions. So your lowest position there, so you can get right down to your coals. And the next one, it's right there. And then the next one, the highest, right up the top. Now that's all sturdy. You can see how sturdy that is. And the next thing you do when you want to cook, you just put your grill in place. And then you can cook your steaks on here, your kebabs and so on, your chicken, and you'll know that this being stainless steel, it's safe for you. So it's food grade quality stainless steel, and you'll also have nowhere near the hassles of cleaning it. And another advantage, it's got the handle on the side, as you can see, so very easy to remove. And another feature that this has over the other versions I didn't mention yet, see how they've got these handles here. So these handles are designed to make it a lot easier to empty this out. So say you get up in the morning and you want to cook your breakfast on this, your bacon and eggs and whatever on a fry pan or on a cast iron sizzling pan. You cook on that, and then you want to empty it out and pack up and move to the next camp. And quite often you just got to wait for it to cool down, or it's a bit awkward, not very safe to carry. So with these handles, so all you have to do is just grab these handles like so. You can safely carry them and it won't collapse on you when you're holding it. So that's all I'm going to show you today. I just wanted to show you a preview video on this. Optional upgrade that I would suggest you to get is the charcoal plate. So you can get a charcoal plate and it's made out of lightweight stainless steel. Now I don't have one of this, but I'm going to pick one up next week when I'm traveling by the Drifta Brendale store. I'm going to pick one there because I do want to use charcoal to cook with this. Now I do have one of the original Drifta Firepits, the metal ones that they made, and I've got a charcoal base plate for it somewhere. I'm not sure where I placed it. I think it might be in the shed somewhere. Probably going to try that for the next week until I get down to the Drifta store and get the proper stainless steel one that matches this perfectly. I wanted to show you some of the features that this has got. Drifta Stockton have got plenty of stock of these, and they're considerably cheaper than the Japanese version. And in my opinion, it's got quite a number of updates on this that makes it so much better. I mean, these things are brilliant. But these upgrades that the Drifta Stockton has put on, such as the additional handles, the way the grill plate is designed, and it's made as heavy duty stainless steel. So I think it's brilliant. I think it's great. So I can't wait to start cooking with this. I can't wait to go out camping and try this out, particularly out camping. But for now, I'm just going to use it in the backyard here. I'm going to cook these steaks and so on this, and I'll show you a few ways you can use this, including the roast as well. You can use this for roasting. Once again, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and also tick the little bell icon too when you subscribe, because if you do that, you'll get notified when I upload new videos. Till next time, cheers.